Hey you guys, Starlight Burst 98 here. I'm going to be doing a little switch up here today and do a Dark World deck profile. So just get straight on into it, talk about the cards a little bit, I guess. So we got the one Ceruli, really good. Makes so a lot of the adjacent, like your opponent discards a card effect. You are the opponent. A lot, so like opponent's field, you are the opponent, discard a card, That's really the theme with this deck. Discard your opponent discards, and usually we want to be the opponent that discards. So the 3 Snow, really good all-time searcher. The new card from the structure deck, the 3 Genta, really good. You always want to loop this card to get back your Gates of Dark World. Really good. Oh yeah, the special summon with banish effect, also really good. So the thing with this deck is I try to specify it a little bit to make it more like go first or second kind of thing. So that's why we're only running one of these, and we sided, so it's in the side deck. So really, it synergizes and synchronizes a lot of our plays. It's a lot cleaner, and I like the draw hands when I get this. And like, really, when you go first, you don't want to see a silver in your hand. So really, that's why it's at 1 for right now, at least. But then we got 2 Grapha, really good, because when you discard this card, right, from your opponent's card effect, reveal 1 random card on their hand, and if it's a monster, special summon it. So it's really good way to hand rip, in a way. So if you do the Cerul 2 times, and then if you know they have a monster in their hand, then you can just do it a 3rd time, discard the Grapha, and then just special summon it to your field. Really good. Then we got the 3 Rainbow. Really good card. Searches you any 5 or lower Dark World. Really good. This is also really good to special summon level 4 Dark World monster from the deck by discarding it from your opponent's card effect. So, we're obviously the opponent in that scenario. Alright, so rest of the level 8s. We got the 2 Lava Golem. Really good. This is really good because we're running trade-in. So it's also really good for that. It's not really good to open this up though. You do, on the very rare occasion, draw like these in multiples, but yeah, that's precisely why we're running trade-in, precisely. So we got the 1 Blackwing Zephyros, really good. A lot of people don't know why this is ran in Dark World. So it's to bounce the field spell, right? So you're using this field spell a total of 3 times because you're using it so much. So you would use this by discarding it. You would bounce the field spell back to your hand, right? And you would take 400 damage. So you're using the field spell like 4 times. So that's basically what the theory is. And so the Honorary Danger, the Salamander Catalyzer. So I like this card because it's like a targeted discard, right? So you get to choose what you're discarding instead of like card destruction where it's not a targeted discard and you don't really get to choose. So it's really good when it comes to that, because it can potentially lead you into like rank 4 plays. So that's really good. The Jackalope and the Sukinocho. I know these are at like 2 right now, but it's the rank 3s. We don't have any rank 3s. These only help for link summoning. We can't exceed with these. We try to keep these to a minimum. And then 2 Chupacabra, really good for the rank 4 plays. And these are also Allure of Darkness targets. So they're on, yeah, that and the Fiend, honestly. It being a Fiend really helps out a lot. But what other dangers? We got the Danger Mothman. I was running this at 3, but it's not really good to make your opponent draw and then you get drolled. So it's really counterproductive. So unless Droll goes away, I'll probably just keep running this at 2. And then some people don't like this card or really like this card. I am on the fence about it. So 3 Danger Nessie. So it's just good to get you that extra danger in the hand, to be honest. Just a good searcher. And then 2 Danger Bigfoot because of the Drayden. But this is also like another Grapha, also when you go to the graveyard when it's discarded. So it's really good. If you're going to cut any danger, it's probably just the Bigfoot or the Chupacabra. And then onto the spells. 3 Allure of Darkness. You do choke on this card occasionally, but it saves you more often than not. The 1 trade-in. Yeah. Anywho, the 1 trade-in, the 1 card destruction, and that's it for that. The non-engine after the Dark World stuff. Got the 2 Dark Corridors. So this is more of like the optimum ratio because this is only once per turn, right? So you don't want to draw multiple of this, but it is really, really good. And then the 1 Ascension. I was previously running this at 2, but the discard effect, right, to discard a Dark World and get this back to your hand, it's just, you don't really need a second one because it's just so easy to get. So it's just that good, to be honest. And then the Archives is really good. So how you would do this is like you would activate your gates, right? You probably discard Genta or another card, you know, draw a card, and then now that you've discarded a card off a Dark World effect, right, you can now activate this. Discard 1 card, draw 2 cards. Really, really good. And then you can use both effects, right? And so you can send something and then have your whole field gain whatever for cost. And then, so you can use both per turn, right? So that's what's really cool about this, I think. And then the last but not least, the 3 gates. Not much to say on these, I mean, yeah. It's basically chicken game. But, ooh, on to the extra deck. Got the 1 Muckraker. Really, really good. Yeah, so this is really what is carrying your whole deck. I'm sorry to say it, but yeah, you really, really, really need the Muckraker, dude. Because it just helps you get into the, gets back the fusion, gets back anything, dude, to be honest. And then, yeah, the tribute effect also, it's outstanding, you know, to do it on your opponent's turn, so no complaints there. The 1 IP at Massacre Arena. Phenomenal in this deck because we're running Underworld Goddess, so you know, like less material for Underworld Goddess, right? So 1 card on your opponent's field, that's already 3 materials, right? And so Dark World boards are always stacked, right? You're always gonna have a rainbow or like a Grapha or something, and like a bunch of like Xyz and Link monsters. So I mean, yeah, it's just hilarious. The 1 Akashic Magician to bounce that Cerulean back to our hand, really, really good. The 1 Dark Charmer. This gets negated a lot when I use it, but when it does go through, it is phenomenal, and it really kind of helps to get into like the Unicorn plays or the Griffin plays. Really, really good. The 1 Nightmare Unicorn. This is usually what you're going into with the Masquerade. That's right. This is what we're substituting for. What is that card? What is that card? Little Knight. I mean, I have a Little Knight, right? I have 2 of them, but like I got them spread out over several decks, so I just kind of want to keep this pure. It's kind of cool to run the Nightmare stuff in a Dark World anyway. But that's usually what you're special summoning off the back of the IP. And then the Nightmare Griffin. This is really, really good to reset a Speller Trap and get the Griffin lock, so really, really good there. The Saryuja Soul Dread. This is really what fixes your hand. Drawing 4 cards, or like even if you don't have like 4 monsters, like special summoning 1 from your hand is still pretty good. Really insane. The 1 Wonderworld Goddess. This is really just to get rid of like non-targeting stuff that your opponent has. It's like really fucking annoying, man. And then for the Xyz monsters, for the rank 4s, we have the 1 Baguska and the 1 Dugares. These are both really good. I use this one more than I use this one, to be honest, because you know, hand traps are a thing. You know, like that's one thing that does suck about this deck is the 0 hand traps. But 1 Giant Trainer, and then 1 Hope Harbinger, and then 1 Zombie Stein. This is really, really good to you know, book your opponent's stuff, right? So to flip it face down, and it's just a walking beak stick, man. Just can't complain with it. And then the 2 Grapha Fusion. I haven't really used 2 of them. 1 is probably good, but you really want your opponent to send this to the graveyard because you could this floats into another banished Grapha, right? So you're going to special summon that banished Grapha when this goes to the graveyard, discard 1 card. Really, really great, to be honest. Well, that's it for the extra deck. So let's get into the side deck. I think it's 13 or 14, but it's so we can kind of like put more stuff, take out stuff, you know. So the triple tactics talent. So this is really, really good because if more often than not, you know, they are gonna have like Droll, Ash, and Imperm, right? So when they Droll you, right? Like I was playing Centurion, right? So you can just hand rip them, take the Centurion off, put it back into the deck, and then they just pass, right? And so that's usually what this is for, like the extra hand rip, but like at the Ceruli. So this is really, really good. Let's see here. Something else I wanted to talk about with this. I'll think of it later. The one beginning of the end. I don't see you doing this more than once, so one's probably okay. And then same thing with the Pot of Avarice, really good extender to be honest. And then the two traps, the one skill drain. This is particularly really good because all of our effects are in the graveyard, right? So we're constantly bouncing Grapha and Rainbow back to the hand, so we're getting like 2-3 cards back every single time, right? Like multiple times. So this is really, really good. And then the Eradicator to this is really more of like a going first card. Like it's really good going first, to be honest, because your opponent can't really do anything, to be honest. It's just really funny every single time. And then the one gold, the one silver, and then the other lava golem, really, really good. So this is really sided, so our deck really has some like versatility to it, so we can just take out the right, like the other silver, right, or we can do like one silver, one gold, right? And it honestly they all work beautifully, like each build, but it's really up to you at the end of the day. Then the Kokimero Guardian. So this is really why we don't need like Called By or like any of the hand traps, right? So like you would normal summon Kokimero Guardian, like okay, you drilled me, tribute Kokimero Guardian and negate it. It's busted, man. And this is really, it safeguards a lot of your plays and it helps you a lot. And then the other Security Dragon, right, to bounce that other Ceruli back to our hand, because sometimes we do need to happen more than once for the hand loop if we're going that route. But that is all, guys. Hope you have a great day. See ya.